Alright, what's up? So it took me a while to make this video, but I think I had to like test out things and like really think about it. So today we're gonna talk about the cores, the newly added cores. It's been like what, 2 weeks now maybe. So I'm gonna go over each core and tell you which one you want to use on which hunter. I'll try to make a visual at the same time, like on Photoshop. Maybe I'll do something, I think, to have like something summarize it so you can just screenshot it and save it. So yeah, we're just gonna go over that real quick. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to the 5k subs, so it's pretty cool. So there's 6 cores, 2 for each slots. So there's the top slot, the middle slot, and the bottom slot. So first of all, one thing you need to know is that each core gives you one fixed stats. So the top cores are either going to give you additional attack or attack percentage. The middle ones are either going to give you additional defense or defense percentage. And then the bottom one will either give you additional HP or HP percentage. That being said, I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick, and like to get it out of the way to avoid any questions. You want additional on everything. Hunters, you want additional attack, defense, and HP, and same for Song Jinwoo, you want additional attack, defense, and HP. For Song Jinwoo, at some point, it's going to change. Like when we get to level 100, probably, he'll have more base attack, so you'll probably want to go attack percentage. For now, you want additional, and for Hunters, you want additional at all cost. Because the difference between percentage and additional for the attack, it's 200 for Song Jinwoo, so you have 200 more attack with additional than with percentage on Song Jinwoo. But for Hunters, you have like 1.2k more attack. Make sure to be aware of that. You want additional for everything. And then cores can give you other stats, being critical hit rate, critical hit damage, damage increase, death pen, damage reduction, additional MP, MP consumption reduction, and MP rate increase. So pretty much the only ones you really care about are those 3. So critical hit damage, damage increase, and death pen. Those are the only 3 you want as the third stat. Anything else is pretty bad. Even additional MP for Mirai is bad. You can just have it from gems. Critical hit rate, you have that from artifacts, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, you want those 3. Okay, so let's start with the top ones. So obviously, I don't recommend upgrading anything but a legendary core. I think it's kind of a waste of mats, and they're pretty scarce, so yeah. So the first one is increase the user's attack by 5%. So this one, in my opinion, is the best one of both, because the other one is when you use an ultimate skill, it increases your critical hit damage by 20% for 8 seconds. They're both decent, right? Like, they're both cool, but this one is way better in my opinion. And I would put this on any attack scaling unit. So if your hunter scales off attack, so let's say Song Jinwoo or any hunter, even Mirai, I would go for this, because it's better to have 5% attack the whole fight rather than 20% crit damage every 8 seconds. Because it's not even every 8 seconds, it's you're gonna have 20% crit damage for 8 seconds every time you use your ult, which is like every 30 seconds, 25 seconds for Mirai, and for other hunters it's like every 40 seconds. So yeah, I think it's pretty bad, and I think I would go for 5% attack. If your hunter doesn't scale off attack, obviously you want to go for the other one, so every time you use your ult, you'll have a bit of critical hit damage. That's it. Like, Mirai, Cha, Alicia, 5% attack. Any other, Gogan, he, who else, whatever, critical hit damage. Then onto the middle ones. The middle ones don't really matter, honestly. They're both defense related ones. So the first one increases your damage reduction, and the other one gives you a shield. So the best one would probably be the shield, but honestly, it doesn't really matter which one you put. I would just put the one that gives you the best stats. So for example, you have 2 Song Jinwoo cubes. One gives you critical hit rate, the other one gives you damage increase. You want to go for the damage increase, even if it's the blue one. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. And I think overall, you don't really care which one you're rocking. I don't think there's any hunter that really benefits from anything. Maybe the shield one would be fine for, I think it's Gina, that gives you a boost based off shielded allies. So maybe you could do that, but I think it's really not that important. And then onto the bottom ones. So it's pretty straightforward as well. Cores, we don't have much choice, so I feel like it's pretty straightforward. And I don't want to yap about it for like 20 minutes just to say the thing that I could say in 10 or like 8, whatever it's going to be. When the user basic attacks hits 3 times, it charges the power gauge by 3%, cooldown 10 seconds. This one is fine for long fights with your hunters. For example, I think for guild boss, it's pretty cool to like charge your gauge. So I think that would be the only thing I would use it in. I feel like it's kind of just like the middle one, like you don't really care what you put, you kind of want it just for stats. Obviously, I think for Jinwoo, the basic attack one is the one to go for. And for example, for Mirai, you want the one that gives you MP back when you ult, that's for sure. So let's say Mirai, you want the MP back, and then Sung Jinwoo, you want the one that gives you your gauge. But then when you use Hunters, you don't really use basic attacks that much, so I don't think it's that useful. And I would probably go for the MP anyways. Like, let's say you're running Alicia on a battlefield of trials. Sometimes she goes out of MP. So like if you get 5% back when you ult, that's kind of better probably. You don't really use her basic attacks. Same for Cha. Either way, it doesn't really matter what you have, but if you had to choose, I would probably go for the MP recovery one for most Hunters. Except like I said for Song Jinwoo. Maybe Choi would rock that one because he has a really low cooldown on his ult, and sometimes he doesn't have his ult when he could if he had this core. So I guess Choi, Song Jinwoo, I think that's about it. Because Mirai, you don't want that because she already charges her gauge herself while attacking. And you really want the MP, obviously. So yeah, I think I would go MP for most Hunters. And then, yeah, for those who have low cooldown on ult, let's say Choi, Song Jinwoo, since you stay on him, right? So I think that's about it for the video, actually. Like I said, it's pretty short and there's not a lot to talk about. Like, I'll just tell you whatever you need to know. And I'll try to make this, like I said, this visual. I don't know how good it's gonna look because I'm terrible at Photoshop. But I'll try to do it so like at the end I'll put them, or even during the video. So like you can have like a thing to screenshot, like I said, so you can just keep it or whatever, or like just roast me about it, like screenshot it and then roast me in Discords. And yeah, obviously I think the best way to upgrade cores are doing the top ones first. So they're not on the good Hunters, like my cores are all over the place, but yeah, this one is the one I have on Sung Jinwoo, like I said. This one is the one I have on Mirai, so yeah. And then this is the one I have on Cha. Obviously attack percentage is not the best, but I mean, you kind of do with whatever you have. One thing I want to note is that, let's say you have defense pen on the top one. I think on the other two, you would like to go for damage increase and critical hit damage. I think the best would be to have one of each. So like, let's say you have crit on the top, then you want damage increase and death pen. If you have damage increase on the top, you want death pen and then critical hit damage. I think that's the best way to do it. Like, for example, when I'm using Sung Jinwoo right now, I'm using this that has death pen and additional. I'm using this one, sadly, that has death pen again. I would like to have damage increase. And then I have this one that has critical hit damage. Honestly, as of right now, if you don't have the best cores with like the good passive, it only matters for the first one. Like if you're running Sung Jinwoo, it's fine if like you don't activate the passives on the 1 and on the 2 and 3. Like you can just go for stats in general. Down the road, you want to have like each got their own core and like upgraded and stuff. But for now, you can just throw whatever you have. Like it's the same. I was doing my pod, for example, and I had this on Libora. Like she doesn't get the 5% attack, but she gets the insane additional attack boost and the crit damage. So yeah, I think that's the only thing I wanted to talk as well. And yeah, as always, if you enjoyed my video and you want to support me, you can join my Netmarble program. Like it's for free, you just support me, it makes me happy, you get codes, it's pretty cool. Also, you can just subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to the 5k subs, and when we get to the 10k subs, I'll do a face reveal and a giveaway. So yeah, you can clip it, you can keep it, I will hold my word. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it was useful to you and that you won't do any mistakes anymore on cores. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. See ya.